Hello ladies, it's me and I'm coming to you with another update. I'm actually getting ready right now for court. I have to actually be in court at 2:30 today. From the last video that y'all saw that I was so excited that I got a child support check from my husband. And let me tell you why I was excited about it, because I actually filed for an emergency motion for child support, and the judge granted me child support. I wanted a little bit more than what I got, but she gave me a fair amount. Also, I'm gonna let you ladies know what's been going on. I've been in court every single week, okay? And I'm going to explain to you real quick. And I really need prayer today because I have to be to court today at 2:30. And I have put in an emergency motion to move the juvenile case with my daughter Symphony to the circuit court. And let me explain why. There are 3 courts in Fairfax County in Virginia. There is the highest court, which is circuit court. There's juvenile court, and then there's the district court. What happened is, as you ladies know, my father-in-law is an attorney. So what he did, he hired a lawyer for my husband. And so all of these things have been going on with the visitation, in which I filed for motions for my husband to pay for child support. I also filed to have a guardian ad litem. And the attorneys have really been like, she keeps filing because they have other court cases as well. Anyway, right after that, they gave me a 30-day notice to vacate for us to get out of the house. So when I was getting the emergency child support, when I filed for an emergency motion for child support, my landlord / father-in-law gave information to my husband's lawyer while we were in court, and basically told to the judge, yes, it came from him, that we're getting free rent, we stay in this huge house, I'm driving a particular car. He was trying to hurt the emergency motion for child support. He later then took, I had to go to court. Now this is in the juvenile section. Now I have to go to a different court, which is the general district court, which is in the same building but on the other end. And he filed for a 30-day notice to vacate. My landlords being the plaintiffs and me and my husband being the defendant, because we have a lease agreement. Y'all, when I was in the general district court for the civil, I was with Symphony, and God put me in the back of the court. And I watched my husband, first my landlord / father-in-law, an attorney, and my husband enter the court together. My husband sat on the left side of the room, and my landlord / father-in-law and attorneys, they sat on the right side of the room. I was in the back looking at the whole thing. When the judge called the Hines case up, I came up, and of course you had the defendants on your left and the plaintiffs on your right. Me and my husband stood there, and I had Symphony in my hand. My husband never looked at me, and he never looked at his daughter. My landlord / father-in-law has his attorney over there, and the judge asked, do we owe $3,000 in attorney fees, and do we agree to get out of the house? Matthew, my husband, said yes. And I said no, because we're already in court about something else. Their attorney then said to my husband, oh yeah, you haven't been there for 6 months. And so I had to write my defense. Y'all gotta understand, my husband has 3 attorneys that my landlord hired. The first attorney I met, he's a younger gentleman. The older attorney is the one who oversees everything because the firm is named after him. And there was a third attorney that I never met before. And so after that court date, I just felt like, Lord, this is it. I'm just tired. And so when I came home to see if I could find an attorney, in which, like I said, my funds are really whatever, I went to look up the particular attorney that was there, because I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to be speaking to her when I'm seeking counsel. And I remember, like, they did not just serve that place, because I had my private server to be serving everybody. And then I realized my husband has 3 attorneys. I met 2, but I didn't meet one. And I just knew that my landlord was going to get themselves a different attorney. No. The attorney that walked in the room for the case dealing with the housing situation was in fact my husband's attorney. And because it was my husband's attorney, then God said, Mona, see, then that gave me leverage to sue my landlords. And now there is a complaint. The thing is that I have to take the juvenile and take it before the circuit court, because now there is a circuit court suit complaint that I issued out on my landlords. Anything that's in the general district court cannot go up to the circuit court. However, you can go from the top, in which, because what I'm suing them for, it over exceeds the amount in the general district court. So today I'm filing a motion because of the conflict of the lawyers that have been back and forth, and they've been all trying to corner me, which is legal abuse. I also had contacted the bar, and I reported these lawyers as well, because it is a conflict and they knew exactly what they were doing. So the lawyer on this end, she submitted the particulars and saying, well, this is what the lease says and this, that, and the third. And then I submitted to her that I'm countersuing, well, not counter, but I'm suing my landlords because of you, because of your involvement on both ends. So I'm asking for prayer, because today I go before a judge, in which when I went ahead and submitted to her that I filed an emergency motion today, his attorney, one of the big attorneys, went ahead and said that they're going to deny my motion, say that I came in court and I filed 2 emergency motions already, and then I need to pay for their court fees. So I've already contacted the district attorney, the attorney general, in discussion with the legal abuse that's been going on, because you can't do two sides. You see what I'm saying? So I'm praying today that the judge gives me favor, and he says this is wrong and it needs to be taken to the circuit court. And so yeah, so I'm just asking for you ladies for your prayers. I know when you saw my video and I was like, I got my child support check, y'all don't understand. I mean, y'all understand. Y'all got to understand too that when his attorneys tried to fight against child support. When I subpoenaed my husband's bank account, he had $3,000, $5,000, $8,000 in his account, been spending here and there, going to hotels, eating out. And you ladies know, we've been on food stamps. You ladies even sold in and gave money. And his attorney said $800 came here. And I wanted, but I couldn't talk, because when they're talking, you have to be still. But I wanted to say that was for a GoFundMe account when the ladies had funded me. But I've been meeting a lot of women in the court that have been going through a lot of this legal abuse that's been going on. So I'm just asking God for bravery when I go in there, and then he gives me a just judge. And I'm going to ask, ladies, that you pray for me, and I want to thank you for praying. But God is good, because when I thought it was over, he showed me, look, Mona, look. I have way more to tell y'all, but I have to get ready right now, and I'm trying to put on my Facebook court. But I know one thing: the main lawyer, the head honcho lawyer, his response was, "There's no emergency." There is an emergency. It needs to be done right now, because there is now a complaint in the circuit court. And so what happened is that they were both playing me on both ends of the court. And now Mona has to go on this end, and this end, so this can all be together, so a judge/jury can see what has happened. This is wrong on so many levels. Every time that Symphony goes over for visitation, she doesn't drink, she doesn't eat. She comes back home with boogers in her nose, like she's been crying. I did file for an emergency motion for sole physical and legal custody, which was denied, which I'm like, okay, Lord, well, it's his child too. Matthew needs to step up. I just don't want my landlords involved and their hands involved anymore. What they have done and how they have abused the system is beyond, it's crazy. And so, because they are my landlords and took me to court, and they use the same attorneys that they're using for their tenant slash son, it is a conflict. It is legal abuse. It is everything that I put in there for my complaint, and it is the truth. And so I'm just asking you ladies for prayer. I'm tired. I am tired, but God has been showing me, Mona, I'm with thee. I'm with thee. He even showed me the dream, and I can't wait to tell you ladies about the dream, but I have to get ready to go. So I'm asking ladies, please pray for me. Please pray. You know, this type of stuff happens in court all the time, and I've been meeting women who've been crying, who've been dealing with it. But ladies, please pray for me. Please keep me in prayer. Today my court date is at 2:30. His side is trying to get me not to be heard and trying to say I filed already, and they're not trying to argue against the simple fact that they're the reason why I put in a lawsuit. So just please pray for me, and thank you so much. I'm wishing everybody a great day, a blessing. Congratulations to those who had babies and their milestone. I'm ready to go back to just being happy and comfortable and not worrying. And maybe God put me in the court for a reason, because everything that I've been doing, if I was the higher attorney, I would already pay like probably $8,000, $10,000 out of the pocket. But because I've been representing myself, I've been paying a little bit, but nowhere near that. And so I saw somewhere where they said that there's this huge movement where people are starting to represent themselves in court. And so, again, I want to congratulate all you ladies that met the major milestone in your pregnancies. I'm going to let you know how everything went today. I'm believing in Jesus' name that the judge will give me favor and he will look into this matter. Thank you, ladies, in advance for your prayers, and ta-ta for now.